In J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, Frodo Baggins, the central character in the book, is on a quest to destroy the One Ring in the fires of Mount Doom. He undergoes setback after setback and is forced to change his plans and strategies. Remaining agile, resilient, and persevering becomes essential to fulfilling his quest. Frodo has to experiment, take risks, and unlearn. But throughout the trials and tribulations, the quest's final destination, the center of Mordor, where Frodo hurls the One Ring into the molten fires, that destination never changed. Quests have three powerful qualities. The first quality of a quest is challenging the impossible and making it possible. The second quality is delivering meaningful benefits. And the third quality is having an inspirational and outcome-focused destination. The third quality, an inspirational outcome-focused destination, is perhaps the most important of the three qualities of quests, because the destination is what helps us plan and set a course. It inspires and motivates, and when things go wrong, as they inevitably do, it provides the impetus to try and try again. If you want your strategies to succeed, you need a clear destination. Great companies and great leaders succeed because they know where they want to get to. Most companies are good at developing strategies and plans, but the end destination is often vague and ambiguous. Working with a large global consultancy, their purpose is to have a meaningful impact. Sounds great in the corporate brochure and the advertising, but what does this mean? What's this purpose, delivering a meaningful impact? What does it really mean for the people in the business? No one I asked in the company really knew. One of the problems with this purpose is it is articulated as an activity, not a clear outcome-focused destination. Without a clear outcome-focused destination, the quest becomes meaningless meandering. I first personally experienced the power of quest in 1993 in my country of birth, South Africa. It was over the Easter weekend, and Chris Hani, the charismatic freedom fighter and leader of the South African Communist Party, was sadly assassinated. I was shocked, I was saddened and angry. Over the next few days, my fragile country looked into the deep, threatening abyss of a threatening civil war. The day of Hani's funeral, I joined tens of thousands of demonstrators and mourners marching through the streets of Johannesburg. With our fists clenched and raised high, the crowd shouted, "Amanda, Awetu, power to the people." We wanted to show Hani's killers that they could not kill the dream of a better and free South Africa. Part of the reason South Africa was not plunged into a civil war was because of the exceptional leadership skills of Nelson Mandela. But people speak of the miracle of South Africa, and this miracle was powered by Nelson Mandela's stated quest for a free and democratic South Africa. If Nelson Mandela's goal had been to be in power, to rule South Africa, I'm convinced the country would have ended up in a bloody civil war. But Nelson Mandela's quest was a noble one. It delivered meaningful benefits to millions of people. And his quest challenged the impossible. A free and democratic South Africa was Nelson Mandela's destination. And he worked tirelessly, sacrificing hugely to make his quest a reality. In turn, his destination became a rallying call, and it inspired millions of people to fight against the tyranny of apartheid and ultimately to choose democracy over a civil war. Now that's the power of a quest. I'd like to share with you another story that had a huge impact and influence on my life growing up as a young man. In 1989, I was attending university, studying law and economics, and I remember watching the film Dead Poets Society. It's a film that has inspired me to do what I do today, and is certainly the reason why I have the title Chief Exploration Officer. In Dead Poets Society, the late Robin Williams plays the role of John Keating, an English school teacher who uses unorthodox methods to reach out to his students. In one scene, Mr. Keating jumps up onto his classroom table and asks the question, "Why do I stand up here?" A student at the back of the classroom, there's always a student at the back of the classroom, shouts out, "To feel taller." Mr. Keating smiles and says, "No, but thank you for playing, Mr. Dalton." Then he looks down at his students and he continues by saying, "I stand upon my desk to remind myself that we must constantly look at things in a different way. You see, the world looks very different from up here. And just when you think you know something, you have to look at it in another way. Even though it may seem silly or wrong, you must try." Thoreau said, "Most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Don't be resigned to that. Break out, dare to strike out and find new ground." What a powerful scene. If you haven't seen it, watch it on YouTube. It's truly inspiring. What Mr. Keating was teaching his students can be summed up in a quote by futurist and writer Alvin Toffler, who said, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." As a successful leader in the 21st century, you will need to look at things differently. You need to dare to strike out and discover new ground from where you can build a disruptive competitive advantage. Having a clear destination will help you as you strike out, because then it becomes easy to communicate. And once people know the destination, they are free to engage and contribute, to play their own part. They no longer need managers to tell them what to do, because quests empower. People become inspired and motivated to get on and just do the job at hand. So take Mr. Keating's advice. Dare to strike out. Dare to set a course for a new destination and discover new ground. Dare to embark on a quest for yourself, your family, your team, your business. Set your sails. Navigate away from your safe harbor. Explore, dream, discover. Be successful.